now, my people, it's your guide in Niger, Englishman, and we are here back on the Nigerian Arsenal show. Don't forget to smash the like button, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel now. And it's not just me that's going through this Arsenal therapy after the North London derby. I've invited my fellow gooners, obviously my co-host with the most to my right, man like Mr. Goball himself, Kanebi in the building. How you doing, bro?
I'm not really.
You just muted yourself.
I'm not feeling too good bullish right now. After that Jorginho howler. No, I'm not feeling good bullish right now.
I hear you, bro. Everyone else is in the same situation, I'm sure, man. Louis, how you doing? Welcome back to the show. You good?
Oh, not good. Dropping points.
Oh my! Everybody just did doomsday.
Dropping points to those guys down the road. It's not a good. It's not a good look at all.
100%. I'm just upset that now the rival fans are making it sound like Spurs are better than they are because of what we weren't able to do, and that's the frustrating part. It wasn't like they even really played anything. They played good, but it wasn't like they played like, yo, wow, they wowed me. Do you get what I mean? And now the narrative is Spurs have closed the gap on us now. That's the current narrative, which is crazy. But welcome back to the show. Again, don't forget to smash the like button, share, comment, and subscribe. Akpos is going to be joining us as soon as he sorts out his technicals. But yeah, guys, I mean, I guess the only place to start is, first of all, big up the number 4. I've not seen you in the comment section before. Keep liking, keep sharing, keep commenting the number 4, man. What's your thoughts on the North London derby? Let us know in the comment section. And our goal on this stream is to get as many likes as possible. For smash the likes, my people, so we can keep providing you with great content. But guys, obviously the aftermath of the game of now, I don't know if you've had a chance to watch the game again. If you were Arteta, Kanebi, and you were going to go into that game again, is there anything that you'd have done differently? If so, what?
Well, I don't know. I think Arteta didn't really have much options with Trossard and Martinelli injured up front. So he had to start with that front three. I want to believe that because that actually was our best front three considering the situation at hand with injuries.
Okay, with hindsight coming in now, with that fact of the front three, would you have potentially considered starting Jesus down the middle and Reece Nelson on the left-hand side, as it was a North London derby, and he's a hell boy?
I would have considered it, but maybe Arteta felt the game was too big for him.
Too big for him. Okay, fair enough.
He's not really played much football this season. He hasn't really played much football. He comes up off the bench. He's more been like an impact player. So, what is he like when you throw him into the fire like that? But for me personally, I just think with the personnel, he had no choice. I think what just changed in that game was two things. We didn't take our chances, and the Rice injury changed the game for us completely. We were in control of the midfield. We were in control of the game. We created the best chances. The keeper made most of the saves in the first half. But as soon as Rice went off the pitch, you and I said it, we had no midfield anymore. He brought in Kai Havertz, which actually digressed our playing because we're not as
It basically meant Odegaard was missing from the game.
I don't still understand that substitution. He said it was tactical, but that was a very poor decision from Arteta, taking off Fabio Vieira. And
Kai Havertz, the City German.
Kai Havertz basically, for me, I think Kai Havertz is somebody that give him next year. I don't think he's ready right now. I know he's still going to be a good player for us, but not now. Because right now, what we need is somebody that can just come and do magic. He can't do the magic right now. The confidence is low. The fan base don't want him. I
hear it.
Anything special. So
people are. Do you agree with that, Louis? Do you agree with what number 4 says? Is we're now becoming Rice and Saka FC, or is this statement a bit too premature?
He has a point because those two players are kind of untouchables right now in the squad. You take them out, kind of depleted in a very huge way. You could see what happened on Sunday. Once Rice left the pitch, we looked porous in the midfield, and then we didn't have the right personnel in terms of quality who can do the like-for-like job. Um, Rice, and I think the same goes with Saka, because he's been playing Saka consecutively for many matches, and we're hearing that Saka is a knock, he's not 100% fit. We're hearing this rumor. If we had a like for like in terms of quality in that position, definitely would have rested.
Yeah, but Louis, why don't we have a like for like? It's his fifth season now. It's his fourth full season. His fifth season at Arsenal. Does he have this excuse? Can he have this excuse now?
No, I believe so, because if you look at the trajectory of when he came in, I think at 2019-2020 squad, right? I think that was his first full season in charge of Arsenal. The only players left in this current squad are Reece Nelson, Emile Smith-Rowe, Saka, and one more person. There are four. Is one of the and Nketiah, those players. So if you look at it, he's changed everyone else. But in terms of the like for like, quality, it's difficult to achieve that over 2 to 3 seasons. I think he's like 4 or 5 seasons to get that.
He's been there 4 or 5 seasons, Louis. When are we going to stop giving this man excuses? He gave Nketiah 100k a week. Sorry, he gave Reece Nelson 100k a week. Under his management, Smith Rowe was given the number 10 shirt, but he's proven to us he doesn't have confidence in Nelson or ESR to start a game. So why are you giving them contracts? Reece Nelson's contract had expired in the summer, but this guy decided to renew it. But yeah, he doesn't have faith to start him in a North London derby. If anyone is up for that derby, isn't it Reece Nelson and Emile Smith Rowe?
Well, for me, what Kanebi was saying, that he doesn't have probably doesn't believe the match is true.
But why give him a new contract if you can't trust him in a game like this? He's been at the club for how many years? He's not a new player. He's not a youngster anymore.
No, but what Kanebi was saying is just facts. He hasn't played enough games, so he's not match fit for that magnitude of the game or the game in question. You need to ease him in slowly. Look, you see what happened to Jorginho. Everyone's, going on Jorginho's head that Jorginho just got into the game. The game was really fast-paced.
But there's no excuse for that Jorginho mistake. No. Whether you play game or not play. Even me, I know they play any Premier League match. I go kick them out. We've just taken the lead, bro. When in doubt, kick it out. That's more of a reason for him to get rid of it quickly. He's not got the experience to be holding and dribbling the ball like he's one Brazilian. I beg you.
Dribbling the ball. He didn't do that. He just miscued and.
No, bro. He tried to dribble past Maddison. That's what happened, bro. He tried to chop inside. He controlled it. He controlled it. Then he was about to take it inside. As he was taking it inside, Maddison blocked it. Attack was on. We're in no man's land.
You know what? To be honest with you, yeah. I think Jorginho actually made a horrendous mistake. He's the player with the most trophies on the pitch there. Between Spurs and Tottenham players. And between Spurs and Arsenal players, he's one of the most. He should know that, he shouldn't be making he shouldn't be making decisions like that. For me, Arteta has been unlucky this start of the season in terms of injuries. Partey, Jurriel Timber, Trossard. Trossard was coming in hot streak form. We thought we're going to see a Trossard, Jesus, and the Saka front three. That would have been something to see. But unfortunately for Arteta, he has had injuries. But we've still not lost a game. It's still early days. We're just 4 points. Nobody's going to win the league but Man City. We're 2 points behind the team that is second. So I don't think it's all doom and gloom yet. I think by the time we have our players back and we have Partey, Rice in midfield, we have our boys fit, I think we will pick up. And besides, we've played 2 tough teams. We played United, we played Tottenham. It's not easy. We didn't lose those games. We've gotten 4 points from those games. Tottenham is playing better than Man United at the moment. So we got
fair. Okay, so first of all, let me get into some of the comments before I bring Akpos into the equation. Big up Shandon. He says, "What's up, guys? Ibrahim, this is the time to establish if Pep is a solid manager. Huh? This is the time to establish if Pep is a solid manager. Sustaining last season's temper is not beans, and that's what makes a good manager." Maybe he meant Arteta there. Big up Ibrahim though. If we are being honest, I don't see him replicating last season's performance, not because of UCL and more games, but because he's not a top manager. Lightning cannot strike in the same spot twice.
Please, let this Man United fan. Please.
David Rees says Spurs dominated Arsenal. Shandon says, "Bro, you scored lucky own goal and a cheap penalty. Stop giving excuses. Reality is you underestimate us. Ange is a mastermind." Okay, we'll get into that. I don't know who you're referring to there, either Louis or Kanebi. But first of all, Akpos, I want you to address this point that was just made by Shandon. Is it Shandon? Also, I want to know what your opinion is. Who's to blame for this defeat? I mean, it feels like a defeat. Who's to blame for the draw against Tottenham in the North London derby? Is it the players or the manager that you put most of the blame on after you respond to this question?
Firstly, I want to say I love the fact that I was saying it offline before we actually went live, that I love the fact that we're actually feeling like this was a defeat, but it was a draw. We went home with we were actually playing at our own ground. We took 1 point out of possible 3 points that were available in that fixture. And I think this is Elite Football Club mentality that we were feeling, because if this was a couple of years back, we would have been a little bit contended with the fact that we had 1 point out of this game. But for me, I love that we as fans, we want to see this football club winning all the games available. And also the players, they felt disappointed that they were not able to get all 3 points. And also the reaction from Jorginho after the game also, he actually took responsibility, because for me, I think he actually let the team down. He let us as fans down, because like Kanebi rightly said, he's one of the senior guys. And I'm looking at that transfer of us getting Jorginho from Chelsea. I think it was brought in for a moment like what happened on Sunday, but that was not the result of what Mikel was having in mind to bring him into the team when Declan Rice was injured, because he's one of the most experienced head there. And in moments like that situation where we were being pressed, a player like Jorginho is a player you would ideally want to be in possession of the ball. But it just made a silly mistake, and a mistake that you would be expecting a youngster who's just breaking into the team to make. But because I think when it's stormy, when in during times of a football game where your opponents try to press you when you're in difficult moments, this is when you need the experienced head to calm things down. We expected Jorginho to calm things down there and play out of that press, take that ball out of danger, but he made the mistake. And with the comments about us saying we scored lucky goals and penalties, there are no lucky goals in a football game. And a penalty, what actually costs a penalty? I would say that in pidgin. Now pressure, they cost penalty. You understand?
There are no lucky goals in football. You make your own luck in football.
And if Romero's hand did not stop that ball was going on target. So how we sure the goalkeeper would have been able to save that?
Bro,
so for me,
Tottenham. They have drawn with us. They have won the league. This is their limits. This is their ceiling. You know, Arsenal is their ceiling. They have drawn. They have won the World Cup. They have won the Champions League. They have even done a bus parade. I'm sure. Imagine somebody saying, "We've beaten Arsenal. We have arrived." As in, seriously, come on, man. You guys beat Man City last year. What happened? I beg.
Like I think it's a bit embarrassing that the Spurs fans are acting like they won the game. Yeah, fair enough.
Bro,
they're saying it's because Arsenal was so arrogant they didn't give us a chance. But so what? You didn't show us anything different. You didn't come and win and take 3 points from our stadium. So I don't know why you're cheering like you did.
They gave them the goals
to win, because
they gave us the
equalizer. They took off Maddison and Son. It showed that they were not there for the draw.
That's true, man. I was quite surprised with a mastermind Big Ange's choice to settle for the draw from like 71st minute, man. He knew that was the most he could end up with. And if they were a big team, and if they were really someone that we should be scared of, Ange would be going hell and leather to get that 3 points.
Right,
and show us that, because that's what you need to do.
For me, where Arteta got it wrong in the game, even though he had limited options, was I think he should have taken off Nketiah and should have left Jesus on.
I agreed. I
Yeah.
totally
So what would
agree.
you? So what would you have done in that scenario? Half time then.
What halftime?
Louis, what substitutions would you have made then if you were taking off Nketiah? Who would have come on for you?
No, Reece Nelson. And Reece Nelson would have played on the left.
Okay,
Jesus up front because Jesus is a menace. He's not clinically, he's not the best, but he was definitely going to cause problems, and he could create that magic from anywhere compared to Nketiah.
And Eddie was not even in that game. It was not even in the game, so I was surprised where Mikel was getting his his metrics from in terms of who to leave on the pitch and who to take out. So I was really surprised with that substitution. And also, Kai Havertz did not contribute anything to that game when he came on.
But he kicked the ball out of the stadium. That's all he did. That volley. That's all he did.
What Kanebi said that change, I thought it was an injury. I didn't even know it was a tactical change.
Smith Rowe should be coming in.
He said it was a tactical change. He said it was tactical.
Tactical, bro.
And then he goofed because Fabio was having a good game.
He was having a good game. He's actually been a very good player this season. Funny enough, he's been a good player this season. But
this is just my own suggestion. I'm thinking, why can't he play Emile Smith Rowe in that position? Let's see what he can do because he used to play as a 10.
That's the $1 million question, bro. That us fans, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's one situation I have no idea about. I don't know what's happened, whether there's beef or what, but you don't give someone a number 10 shirt and then show him no faith, no bit of confidence. The guy just came off the back of a high quality performing Euros. Yeah, it was under 21s, but the minutes that maybe you were denying him in the Premier League, he was able to catch up a little bit in the Euros. He came back fresh. He looked physically in better shape, not fat, but physically more astute. You saw when who was it? Hold on. Who was it? I think it was the fourth goal in the PSV game where I think Smith Rowe muscled someone off the ball to keep the possession of the game and was able to help pass it to Nelson, who passed it to Odegaard to get the fourth goal, I think. So if I'm Arteta, what I do in that halftime, as everyone said, Nelson to the left, Jesus up front. And I understand why Jesus came off instead of Eddie at the time, because I assume after coming back from an injury, playing 2 90-minute games might be a little bit too much for Jesus, and that's fine. And then if I was Arteta, I would have... No, wait, hold on, that's fine. Because he's injury prone, so I understand why he came on at 70 minutes, but by then, Eddie was already supposed to be off the pitch by then. Do you get what I'm saying? It shouldn't be Eddie that we're debating about. In that scenario, 70 minutes, I think we would have been winning. Havertz comes on for the last 20 minutes, maybe nicks a lucky goal or whatever. But we see that game out if we make those tactics.
I think also, yeah, two things we're also forgetting. This is the first time Arteta is dealing with a very large squad in his career. Number two, this is the first time they're dealing with the Champions League. Maybe also be the hangover from the Champions League too. Because if you look at the way the team played at PSV, we played very well. But against Tottenham in the last couple minutes, we looked very leggy. It looked like we just wanted to get off the pitch. That was my issue with the team. And I feel he has too many attackers. That's the problem again. When you have too many attackers, you have Smith Rowe, you have Trossard, you have Saka, you have Kai Havertz, you have Jesus, you have Nketiah. You're going to have headaches. You can't please everybody. And you're giving people contracts. So it's going to be a problem. But for me, the main thing for me is the midfield. All these ones, we can say all this all day, man. But we need to sort out who is going to play in the two-man midfield.
No, but Kanebi, just to also add to your point.
Doesn't Smith Rowe deserve a chance to show himself in that position?
In the game, I think once Rice left the pitch, it was obvious that the midfield collapsed because we could not even complete up to 5 passes in midfield. We kept playing the ball long, which is not our style of play. Because we're just looking for that flick on from Havertz. It wasn't working. Havertz is not a ball carrier.
We had no spine. We had no spine. We had no spine. And if you look at the way Arsenal plays, we build from the back. We build with the goalkeeper. He goes to the center backs. He places to the number 6. Number 6 passes to the 7 or 11. And bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. For me, You see all those chances Jesus they miss. Martinelli. Oh my God. We actually missed a couple players.
Facts,
Martinelli,
facts.
Trossard, those guys are burying those chances.
Those are big losses.
Burying those chances.
It was so bad.
So that's why I'm just going to leave Arteta for.
The ball long, and then he was hitting the ball to throwing. It was messy.
The ball long to Nketiah, you know. Who's he finding with the long balls to Nketiah? Is he okay? And like guys, I've not yet seen enough of Raya to say whether he's better than Ramsdale. I think it's they're the same right now. He did the same. Hold on. He'd made the same mistakes in terms of the way he kicked the ball out so many times that Ramsdale did. He definitely looked cool in his first 2 games. But the game that he finally got pressure, he conceded 2 goals. I don't know.
What do you want to know? But what do you want to know about the first goal? The first goal, as far as I'm concerned, was shambolic defending.
If he claims when he comes to collect, he could have claimed it or punched it further away, bro. He had 2 chances there.
We had 3 players surrounding Son there.
Son, what were they doing?
And he beat all of them.
And he beat all of them.
All of them switched off.
Okay, so before I hear you, but before that chance happens, Raya flaps at the ball instead of either commanding it with a proper catch or hitting it out of there. Do you get what I'm saying? His punch put us back into pressure.
Saka lost that ball. Saka was the one who lost that ball.
When your goalkeeper makes that first save, as defenders, allied defenders, you need to be ready for that second ball. We were not ready for the second ball. That was why we considered that good there.
Bro, look, this is what. We were supposed
to regroup there.
For sure. No, but look, you're not getting me. You're not. I hear you, Akposh. You're not getting me. This is what I'm saying. All I'm saying is this. I'm not saying it's his fault for the goals. Okay. I'm just saying the way Ramsdale has been taken out, Ray has not showed me enough for that justification for him to get the last 3 games. For me, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he was to blame for the goal, but I wanted to see a vast improvement. The fact that he's let him play the league game, Champions League game, and then starting the North London derby. That's what I'm saying.
I think that tells us the level Aaron Ramsdale is currently at. If you look at a top goalkeeper like David Raya and you can see that there is this big margin between him and Aaron Ramsdale, that tells us the quality, the kind of quality goalkeeper that Aaron Ramsdale himself is also. So I think it's a win-win for the football club at the end of the day. Me, I'm not into who should start and who should not start. For me, the best man should start. And I'm looking at every other position. This is what we want to see in every other area. We're talking about that right wing and not having that player who could replicate what Saka could bring to the team also. I think that's a deficiency that we need to sort out in the January transfer window, because if you take out Saka from that team, whoever goes to that right wing would not be able to match him in terms of what that quality he brings to the team. So I think that's an area that's been there for the last couple of seasons for us to look into, and we've not been able to bring in someone. When we
want to buy Ivan.
When we live with Rafinha, we're thinking, okay, this could potentially be another top quality winger that would give Saka a run for his money on that wing, or potentially start with him on the wing. So I think we need to go into the market and resolve that.
But Akpos, quickly on Akpos's point, real quick, Louis. Sorry, before you come in, Akpos. My issue is that I hear you. That Saka issue's been there for a couple seasons. Kanebi, is that you cutting paper or whatever?
Sorry, man.
Basically, where was I? Yeah, the Saka issue's been there for a couple of seasons now. So what Arteta is telling me, the fact that he decided to spend 65 million on Havertz rather than spend it on Saka's cover, that's telling me he believes he has enough cover in the squad if Saka gets injured. So I hear it. I hear what you guys are saying, but Arteta's showing me otherwise. So I'm not even going to use that one. I'm saying Arteta's squad, no matter what we think about it, this squad has to challenge for the title. I don't care what anyone says. He's been there. This is his 5th year, 4 years plus. He spent 105 million on a player. He went against the board and spent 65 million on Havertz. So you have to perform. There's no excuse that he needs to play himself into the game. Sorry, Louis, what were you saying? He has to perform.
I have a question on David Raya. Remember the save he made from Brennan Johnson's shot?
God bless you.
If it was Ramsdale, would they have made that save?
No.
Yes.
Ramsdale makes a lot of good
Yes.
saves too.
No
Ramsdale
chance.
makes a lot of good ones
Yes.
too.
No, because Louis, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Like we forgot how many times Ramsdale saved us last season. Don't do that, Louis.
Goalkeeping is the problem. Yeah.
Of course it's not. Of course it's not. I was just look. Goalkeeping is not the problem. I was just highlighting the fact that Raya hasn't done enough for me to displace Ramsdale for me. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that's our issue. He's just not done enough for me to displace him. That's all I'm saying. But with that being said, in that the 11 that finished the game had enough to win the game. Jorginho doesn't make that error. Spurs don't create a chance that scores that equalizer, guys. We calm the whole thing down. We see the game out. And that's what's really getting to me. Yes, I hear all the changes and stuff, but Jorginho doesn't make that error. We win that game 2-1, maybe even 3-1.
Well, you never know.
Partey needs to get fit too. We missed Partey in that game too, man. Because if Partey did that game,
exactly.
We need Partey because we need to. Arteta needs to just play Partey and Rice. You understand? Play Partey, Rice, play Odegaard.
That's our Partey, Rice, Odegaard. That's our best midfield.
That's it. And just let Odegaard have fun.
No,
all this experimentation, I don't tire because he's just trying to please everybody. You know, and
those three people or any midfielders when they come.
Look, this is all I say. I'm going to get into the comments and we'll move to a different subject. But all I'll say, Arteta, maybe these changes that he's making might benefit us towards the back end of the season if we have players that are injured. Who knows? I'm hoping that that's how it works out. But so far, I think he's been in his head a little bit too much. And if he just keeps it simple, we could have got more points than we have right now. But I believe the players let him down on Sunday more than he let himself down, personally. Chandon says, bro, the fact Arteta rebuilt Arsenal since last few years, Ange just came. Many people thought Arsenal were going to bully Spurs, but can't. And yes, Ange stopped attacking at 2-2 because Maddison was injured. Interesting. Look, well done, Spurs. You got a draw at the Emirates Stadium, trophy for the season. Big up. As you said, you can't lose him. One injury to any of the started 11.
Why is Spurs are going to be in the season finished during the weekend?
Leave in. Give credit to Son. Man won the Golden Boot for a reason.
Now when they give ear to this Arsenal Sports rivalry, I don't know any sports fan.
I'm telling you, I don't know why we're even rivals with Sports. They don't win anything.
Give ear to this.
It's the media. Sports don't win anything. Supporting Sports is like being a Blackpool fan. Like what the fuck?
I'll be honest. I grew up in Northwest London, surrounded by these motherfuckers, man. And they're North London rivals. So, boy, for me, it'll always be some sort of rivalry. I hear it. Big up, Kyle, in the comment section. Guys, obviously, as a fallout of that game, we seem to have added to our injury list. Obviously, the shot news of Trossard, then. With Rice, they said Rice and Saka haven't been able to train yet, so they're definitely not doubts for tomorrow night and also the weekend. We still got issues. Obviously, Timber's already out, Partey is out. There's a lot of issues going on in our squad right now. Obviously, we play Carabao Cup football tomorrow night against Brentford away. What would you like to see in your lineup tomorrow, Louis? What would you like to see in the lineup? What type of changes would you like to see to that lineup? But that gives us the quality to still see that game through.
For me, I would like to see some of the French players who haven't had the chance to play. I would like to see.
Okay, so who would be your best? First of all, who would you start in goal?
I'll start Ramsdale in goal. Give him
Ramsdale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right back. I'll start Cedric. Just to give him some minutes.
Yeah, I'm definitely giving White a rest, man, because he looked shattered at the end in the second half, man.
Give him some minutes. Centre back Cuyo and I think Cuyo and Saliba. I think we still need Saliba to play because there's no like-for-like replacement for Saliba, in my opinion.
Okay.
That would have been
left back Tomiyasu, yeah.
And left back Tomiyasu. The midfield would have to go with Jorginho. I believe.
Why not Big Mo?
Mo? We can't have Big Mo and Jorginho.
Why not?
Nah, we to slow
Give
down.
him a few minutes in that game.
We slow down. We slow us down in our transition. So we just need one of them. So I'll go with Jorginho, Smith Rowe for me. I think he should play that other guard role.
And so your midfield would be Jorginho, Smith Rowe, and Vieira?
Vieira, if Vieira is fit. If Vieira is not fit, then we'll have to go with Havertz, unfortunately.
Louis, make we rest Vieira for that game, I beg. Especially with I think he should be rested.
Well, big Kai.
So Kai will have to play that.
Kai will leave.
Yeah,
that's the perfect competition for Kai. Get a little bit of confidence. Hopefully, play a full 90. You're the senior player, one of the senior players in the squad, that sort of stuff. So yeah, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't mind seeing a mid. Wait, I don't know, man. So would you play Kai as the 8 and Smith Rowe as the 10?
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen most likely.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I'd want to see it the other way around. Because if you ask me, and ESR, because ESR is the ball carrier between the two, number one, and number two, what I see Havertz as for Arsenal is unfortunately is a bit different to how Arteta sees him, because I see Havertz as when maybe he's not in the game, you bring Odegaard out, because he fades in some games. You bring Odegaard out, throw Havertz in for the last 15, maybe he can do something different. And or alternatively as a false 9. Him in that midfield CM Xhaka role scares me, bro. It petrifies me. I hate seeing it. So that's what I prefer. I prefer him as the 10 and ESR as the 8.
In our hands, so maybe he can try that. And then up front, I would like to see Reece Nelson on the right flank, left flank. Since Saka is not available, we'll have Jesus. Let's give Jesus some minutes. Yeah.
Jesus cares. Jesus go rest though. Akpos, I'll let you chime in on that. Do you agree with that?
I'm starting Itawaneri. All this one people are talking about Jesus and all this one. Itawaneri to start. I want to see Itawaneri. And all those boys, Wishes boys. I want to see all of them. I don't want to see anybody. This guy. Well, our players are dropping like flies now.
You go see those people who you don't want to see. But for me, looking at the situation and the injuries we have currently, and Louis, I'm even looking at Kai Havertz playing as the number 9, Vieira, Emil Smith Rowe as the two midfielders in front of Jorginho. Then you could have Reece Nelson on one wing. The other player, that's the one I don't know who will play on the other.
This is what
one area now.
That's play now. No, you gotta play Eddie, bro. You gotta play Eddie, bro. Because that means for me, Akwas, that means then he's less likely to start on the weekend. So please play Eddie. I beg. I don't want him to start game again. I beg. Start Jesus through the middle.
See what's going to happen.
Is it Bournemouth? I think it's Bournemouth.
Yeah.
I think so.
Away from home.
One more away.
Tricky.
We have a good record away from home.
The next week is Man City.
Man is I want to see Saliba playing tomorrow.
But for what
I'm not gonna lie, I don't really want to see him. But you got
back for the City game.
I can't lie, because the thought of having Saliba injured now would just ruin my season, bro. But I want to see guys like Ranieri, Coase, Dewberry, Walters, Sosa, all them man there. I want all them man there. Yeah, but they should get minutes.
I think for the defense, the defense needs to be solid.
Exactly. The starting level will be solid.
I would like Saliba tomorrow.
I would like Saliba.
We don't have any other right center.
We don't have any life for life replacement. That's the challenge.
Yes, now because Timber is injured now. Timber not injured. Tommy Yasu is going to play on the left. Right wing might be Ben White. See, let me just tell you, we'll see some of our senior boys tomorrow.
We will see them. We will see some of them. A few of them.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm pushing for Cedric to start. Probably if Cedric starts.
Even if Cedric starts, they will
maybe he might play. Maybe he might play.
Cedric match fit.
Maybe he might play.
He's training now. It should be now.
It should be.
Training is different from match fitness, so
it should be.
Let from match fitness, so.
Kanebi, let him play that one. That's why it's part of the squad.
That's why
it's part of the squad. Let him play that one.
But I'm hearing that we're going to get. What do you guys think about this Toney guy in January?
I need it.
Okay, no. We'll get there. Kanebi, we're going to get there in a second. Let's just finish up this Carabao Cup situation first. We're going to talk about that intensively. For me, the midfield for me in this game, I think should be El Neni, Jorginho, and Kai Havertz on the left. Smith Rowe on the right, Reece Nelson. We can change things around a little bit later. Maybe you put Vieira in at some point, some of these other players in. But for me, I want these boys to get some minutes, and I want Arteta to start moving to these teams like Wenger did, because I saw Wenger with players like Fran Merida knock out Liverpool. Do you get what I'm saying? Knock out Premier League teams, bro. So regardless, I need to start seeing. You see how De Zerbi, right, at Brighton. Obviously, it's a less pressure job, and I understand. I'm not trying to say compare them as managers, but De Zerbi's teams, right. When you put a player back out, another player comes in and he works the system to a T. I want to be able to see more of that. Like Man City fans are not even nervous about coming to our stadium without Rodri, because they're like, we're a well-oiled machine. Yes, Rodri is a big loss, but we still all understand the system. All our squad understand the system fluently. So we might not see the City with Rodri, but you're going to see a quality City side that are not going to be making excuses. Oh, we didn't have Rodri. I think we're still in the mindset of, we can say stuff, we're missing Partey, we're missing Rice, and that's all right. Like, that's why I'm not really too upset that Jorginho came on in the North London derby. I was just upset that he couldn't get the job done, because with the quality he has, that wasn't where I thought he was going to get stuck. Do you get what I'm saying? A simple pass, kicking it out. So these guys need time to play football. And we have to make the most of the current situation with these lot, especially in a tournament like this. But it's away from home. It is a London derby. So I don't know, man. As much as I want to be confident, it's Brentford. They're no pushover.
True.
Are they going to go with a strong lineup or not?
I believe so.
I don't know, but I think this is an opportunity for whoever is going to start this game for us, because I think this is a good time for you to show the manager, yes, that I want to be knocking on your door. If there are injuries problem, I would potentially be able to start in the league game, or potentially maybe in the Champions League game. So I think the likes of Emil Smith Rowe, the likes of Kai Havertz, this is an opportunity for them to showcase what they could do in a game where I think the stakes are low. The stakes are not really high in this game, and the pressure is not to be compared to what would have it in a Premier League or a Champions League game. So for me, I think this is the big test for me. And like you said, this is an opportunity for us to also, rotate and have these guys match fit. Kanebi was talking about Cedric not potentially being match fit with the fact that he has not played so far this season. I think this is an opportunity for the likes of Cedric. Cedric also could potentially play as left back if Mikel Arteta would want to bring in a young star like Walter on the right back position. So let's see what's going to happen potentially.
That Walters can't be worse than Cedric. I suppose play him. Let me cannot lie you.
So I just thought of him now. I'm like,
Cedric say he wants to stay and fight for his place.
Which dirty place there? Person I don't even get seats for pre-season tour. I beg. So we're going to get some predictions in. I know we kind of don't really know what type of lineup we're going to get tomorrow, but obviously it's a tournament that I'm not going to lie to you guys. You might laugh at me, but I want to win it.
No. I believe we have to win it. We should be going for all four competitions. So why not?
I have one positive League Cup memory in my whole life, and that was in 1993 when we last won the league title. I think it was Steve Morrow that scored the freaking winning goal. So I need to have a more recent memory, because Carabao Cup's giving me nothing but heartache and pain. Not like I'm not gonna parade it. I'm not gonna parade it like Man U did. But I want that. I want to win every tournament. I'm an Arsenal fan, for goodness sake.
Have you forgotten the Portsmouth one? Obafemi Martins.
No, it wasn't Birmingham. That was Birmingham. Birmingham City.
Birmingham, yeah, you're right.
Yes, that one paid me, man. Drogba a couple of times as well.
Personally, it's only Man U and Liverpool fans that care about Carabao Cup, and I don't really give a damn. If we not get knocked out tomorrow, it's even better for me. Please, less injuries, less games. We are playing too many games. I beg.
True.
Fair
Especially with how thin our squad is right now, I think it's not a game we should prioritize.
We are playing too many games.
I hear you, but guys,
play
unpopular opinion. What Sunday showed me is that this team currently are not ready to win the league title. The only way I can change my mind is if we beat City in 2 weeks' time, then I might start looking at things again differently. But at home, against these top 6 sides, you've got to be getting the 3 points if you want to be. For sure. Of course we do. But I'm just talking about in terms of as a title challenge, we can't draw versus City at the Emirates because we're not going to beat them at the Etihad. Let's be honest. So we need to make a statement that we're still in this title challenge by beating them. That's the only way we make a statement. If not, we could just enjoy everyone else battling out for second place, personally.
I think this is the time for Mikel Arteta to get it right in terms of his selection and in terms of his substitution, because I think he has a massive role to play here if we would be a title contender this season. And it's also time for these guys that the manager is trusting to actually repay his faith, the faith he's having in them, the likes of Jorginho, the likes of Kai Havertz, and every other senior player in this team. Because when we have senior players in a squad that's this young, you need these guys to show up in these key features. And I think this is going to be a very defining season for us. For some of these players, this could be make or break for their Arsenal career. The likes of Emile Smith-Rowe, the likes of Jorginho, because if this season things does not go well, my heads go roll the way I look at it. And even Louis, this was what I was talking about on the other show where you were trying to attack me, where I was saying at the end of the season they will need to reevaluate the whole process again. This is the reason why, because they have so much faith in these players. They are on fat salaries. The manager is also been given a lot of room to make his decision. This is his team, so there's no excuse. This is no excuse at all. We need to go out there and challenge this monster of an opponent, which is the Manchester City, for this league title again this season.
Yeah, but you guys also need to understand something that the team of
Louis won't make excuses.
Louis, name land.
There's no excuse. These guys are playing. They look like a well-oiled machine. There is no loophole. The only loophole they have is Rodri. Every other position, they have a like-for-like replacement that can deliver. In Arsenal, you take Saka out, you take Rice out.
There's only one Haaland, though.
Louis, I hear you. I hear you. But that's why we are paying Louis. But that's why we are paying Mikel Arteta all that money to come up with a plan. You understand? To topple this Pep Guardiola's government. We know it's a difficult nut to crack.
Let me bust your head. Let me bust your head. You see Liverpool, with all their greatness in the last 7 years on that club, they've only seen that thing once. And they've lost the league by 1 point.
I agree.
It's not 1 point. Hold on. Let me land now. I agree, but you see, let me tell you, if Jurgen Klopp, with all his... Jurgen Klopp is a great manager. He's one of the greatest managers in football.
True.
But if Jurgen Klopp, they struggle like this, Arteta will just learn work. For me, personally, I've given the title to Man City already. With the way they have started the season, they are firing in all cylinders. They are keeping clean sheets. They were even 10 men down against 2.
It's a marathon. I hear you.
It's a marathon, but you see, with Man City, it's not a marathon. It is start and go. It is not about marathon with Man City. Man City is the only team.
Kanebi, are you saying now because it's Man City, they've started the season high flying, we should stop trying? Is that what you are saying?
No, that's not what
I'm not saying you shouldn't stop trying.
No, we're saying that we'll challenge. But if you look at that Man City team right now, compared to previous Man City teams, where you have probably 2 or 3 loopholes, in this Man City team, there is no loophole. Right now, they have injury problems. They have Stones out. They have Kovacic out. They have.
Man City have never had loopholes, bro. Man City have never had loopholes, bro.
Baba, this is not a Man City show.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Let's be talking about Arsenal. Let's be talking about Arsenal.
They've never had loopholes, bro. They won the league without KDB. They won the league without Aguero. That's what they do. They win leagues, bro.
Get this job done. Because
we have someone fashionable. We have a fashionably late guest. I don't know. Big up, Shay. How you doing, bro?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's good to.
We're good, man. We're good. We're rounding up. It's the last 10 minutes of this show. You came in as we were talking about I think we're talking about the Arsenal versus City situation. But as it's the end of the show, I did want to bring up something that Kanebi brought up earlier in the show, and it's the rumors that just they're not going away. We keep hearing it about every single week. This link with Brentford, as in we're playing them tomorrow night. Brentford striker Ivan Toney. It looks like it's getting serious. Apparently, it's now between us or Chelsea, who signs him in January. Who knows? But the question I want to start this debate on is, let's start with Shay, actually, as you've just joined the show. Who would you rather as your number 9? Gabriel Jesus or Ivan Toney? Let's start there.
I think personally, I would want both because I think they are 2 unique players. They have different skill sets because for Toney, you have someone who can challenge with defenders when it comes to the aerial balls. Is physically very, very strong, and it gives you that output. When you have teams that press you so high, you can easily go long and win so many balls with Toney. And he has a relationship with our goalkeeper Raya already, which was part of the main tactics Brentford played with last season. And for Jesus, Jesus just brings chaos. Yes, the shortcoming you have with Jesus is finishing, the goal scoring. But every other thing he brings to the table is just it's very unique. You don't see so many strikers that have that much quality. If a striker like Jesus can add goals to what he does, of course, you'll be talking about one of the best strikers in the world. But for now, he's not adding those goals. And I believe those goals are something that someone like Toney can bring. Toney scored 20 goals for a team like Brentford, so in the EPL alone last season. So imagine having someone like that and Jesus. I think if we can get Toney in, I think we should be challenging for the title, if not winning it.
Hey guys, you don't have to wait for me to speak for you to respond now. Everybody chime in.
Yeah, well, maybe I see as well. We need that option B, and we don't need that option B. We need a proven and tested one for that matter. And I think that's what Toney brings to the table. If you can score 20 league goals for a side like Brentford, you can imagine having that same striker play for Arsenal. Sure, we'll score more goals. We'll score more than 20 league goals if he's given that opportunity. Of course, they'll be chopping and changing, the whole rotation going on the squad. But for me, he's a better option up front than Nketiah.
Which kind of person be this? Of course, it's better than Nketiah. I beg. And there's so many players that are better than Nketiah. Look, Nketiah can do what Nketiah can do, but we've seen his limitations over the last couple of games. If you have a fit quality striker, he needs to be benched. That's the facts. But in terms of, just like Shay was saying, in terms of Jesus and Ivan Toney, yes, we need both if we want to challenge on all fronts. Yeah. We need both. We need to be saying tonight, if we rest Jesus, we can start Ivan Toney, and the quality doesn't really drop. It changes the way we attack maybe, but the quality doesn't drop. Sometimes, like for example, on the Sunday, we could have played Ivan Toney and Jesus rather than having to deal with Nketiah. And I'm sure everyone here would have been confident if Ivan Toney had that situation that Eddie had one-on-one, he would have either gone across the keeper and hit the back of the net, or he would have passed it, rolled it across to Vieira, because he has a playmaker's mind.
I don't even think it's that opportunity alone. If you remember at closer stages to the end of the game, there was a corner kick that we had where Nketiah was at the back post and he didn't sniff the danger when the ball was coming. If that was Toney in that position, he would have attacked the far post and would have scored a goal.
Well, I give him number 14 jersey now. So what you want to do?
You see the thing with Eddie. I actually do like Eddie a lot, but I think it's someone who needs to find a mid-table club. I believe if he goes to a mid-table club, Eddie is someone who can give them 15 goals minimum in a season. But what I noticed about him on Sunday, I don't know. I think the team in general had that same problem. I think we were a bit complacent. I don't know whether I was overconfident. And that's usually my fear when we play at the Emirates these days. And that's why we concede so much at the Emirates. And we usually do not win there. I think our away record is probably better than the home record if we are looking at the past few games this year. And the problem was, it was just maybe because he started the game, he saw that Jesus was also starting. Because of that, I don't know. It was just really, really bad. And there are so many blames to Mikel himself, who I really like on Sunday, because I thought some of his lineup was terrible. Yes, this is I know this is something most people wouldn't like to hear, but I thought that was a game Havertz should have started. And my reasons, it's simple. You are playing a team that presses so high. Like we've seen Spurs this season. They are not like the Spurs of last season that will just sit back, where you can play your ball and dominate them. You know that the City of this season will press you. If you have a team that can press you, get somebody who is actually tall, who can win the ball up front, so that when they press, you have a keeper like Raya that is good at playing those long balls, can play to someone like Havertz who will win those balls for you. But we played, what's his name instead? Fabio. No, Fabio. I'm even talking about even midfield. Fabio instead. And Fabio, to me, I didn't see what he did, and I was okay when he was substituted the first half. So that was part of the few things I had. But I think this is the time we need to upgrade Eddie. We really need to upgrade and move to Toney if it's possible.
Yeah, I was agreeing with you initially when you were talking about Kai Havertz and beating the press. But where I would disagree, it's that playing Fabio Vieira. I still think it was a wrong decision for Mikel Arteta to take him off that game.
Fabio?
Yes.
Because I didn't think Fabio, when I was watching the game, I was chatting with my friend. I wasn't impressed. He was getting pressed easily and bullied off the ball.
That was at the very start of the game. Now, at the very start of the game, there were some 50-50 tackles or 50-50 duels where he lost out on, but I think he grew into the game. And I think Mikel taking him out was why we lost that midfield battle totally in some instances in the second half. Because I totally agree with what you were saying about beating the press with those long balls. And that's what I actually think a striker like Ivan Toney would potentially give us if we bring him into the team. And you were talking about that understanding with David Raya. And maybe, just maybe, we would potentially see that at some part of this period before we get to January, if Toney will come or not. So I think maybe Mikel will want to try that with playing Kai Havertz up top in some games. Maybe what we could potentially see tomorrow. Who knows?
Funny enough, Kai Havertz's best performance has come as a false nine playing for Arsenal. Against Man City. He played very well as a false nine. He could have just played Kai Havertz as a false nine and played Jesus on the left and Saka on the right. To be honest with you, for me, that game was too big for Eddie. Eddie is not good in big games. Apart from Man United, yes, Man U, everybody can score Man U. But in a big game, I don't think Eddie was equipped for that game. Mentality-wise, ability-wise, he wasn't just the guy.
Kanebi, I would disagree a little bit with the fact that Eddie is an alien boy. He's somebody who understands what that derby really means.
I agree. He knows what it means.
I think this is what I was saying about these guys Mikel is putting his trust in. They are letting him down. I don't think it was a totally wrong decision to start Eddie in that game. It's for them to repay the faith the manager is having in them, playing them now. That's what.
We know Eddie does not have that ability. We know Eddie's limited.
But again, so no, what you were saying is Eddie does not show up in a big game, but he shows up against Manchester United. That's the big game. So that actually contradicts what you're trying to.
Is that a big game anymore?
Baba, it's a big game now. Let's tell ourselves the truth. It's a big game.
People wait the mid table. I beg.
But to be honest, I think one of the major issues we had that day was Rice going off. Because
True.
if you look at the first half, especially the first 30, 35 minutes, they couldn't get out of their half. Most of the game was played in their half. We were pressing them so high. And that was because we had Rice, who could recover. So I second half, when Jorginho came in, I believed we stepped back a bit because, Jorginho doesn't have that pace required. So it was easy for them to be. So I think Arsenal was not really aggressive with that pressing.
Jorginho is the reason why we drop points now. Let's be frank here. We can talk about tactics. We can talk about tactics. We can talk team selection all day. We can talk about if this one started. Baba, it is Jorginho. Because after that goal, they did nothing. They did nothing.
And it was not just Jorginho. After that goal, our heads drop. Mentally,
yes, now.
We just fully drop. Our head just
because it's an emotional blow. It's an emotional blow.
Twice.
And it has happened to us in the season. It has happened to us 3 times last season. PTSD. These guys can be having PTSD and be like, not again.
Kanebi, this is why I think we are growing, but we are not still, you understand. We need to grow fast because these guys, you're talking about City and how so well they've improved this season. We've seen them let senior players like Kagondo can go, Riyad Mahrez go, but look at the way they are playing. They're not playing like a team that's without senior players, a team that's without Kevin De Bruyne. So I think we need to grow fast. I know we are still growing, but we need to find a mechanism to make that growth as fast as possible.
There's no time for that anymore because we have put ourselves in a position. We have put ourselves in a position whereby everybody's looking at us as the guys who are going to challenge for the title. That heavy is the head that wears the crown. When you put yourself in that position, sorry, Shay, you're about to say something.
Yeah, but I think, to me personally, I think Arsenal fans have really overreacted to this, honestly, because one, I don't see us as bad as some Arsenal fans have painted it, because one, we played this 5th game or 6th, yeah? This season we won 6. We won 4. The games we drew are games we drew because we made silly mistakes. Those are games that we probably should have won. And I believe there's a thin line. If Arsenal had won the Fulham game by not conceding late or making that mistake against Spurs, we won't be saying this. And this team, we've not even gotten to 100% of this team yet. The way we play, we've not gotten to 100%. We've not been able to replace Xhaka. I think nobody's talking about how we miss Xhaka.
Our manager brought in a 65 million player for him now to replace
No. See, he brought in another player, but he didn't replace Xhaka. Xhaka he has a different profile to Havertz. I understand what he's trying to do with Havertz, but it's different from Xhaka. When it comes to the way we play our beautiful game, the way we pass and get the ball into the final third, nobody in that Arsenal squad can do the same thing Xhaka does. Like, that's just the honest truth. And that combination, but so we don't have that combination on that left-hand side now. Even Fabio is doing his best, but he's not doing the same thing Xhaka. Xhaka can go back, defend, win the ball for us. Nobody can do that now. So I think Arsenal fans should just hold on, let this particular system work. City system last season, when they started last season, they didn't start last season very well. Their system did not work until January, when Pep started playing with 4 center backs. He started around January, December. That was when they started winning games. Stretch. So I don't think we should write the team off. There's still a long way to go. Just 6 games.
You forget one thing.
We are not writing
Sorry to cut you short. I'm looking at our goal difference this year. Everybody above us, Spurs 8, 10, 15, 14. We're not scoring goals. We're not scoring goals. Martinelli has not started the season on fire. Saka, yes, he's chipped in here and there, but we're not scoring goals like last season freely, and we're conceding. So I think that's another issue that we have. We need to start scoring goals again. We need to start creating chances. I think we are too much in our heads. We're overthinking things. We're complicating things. I just think that the team just needs to breathe. Enjoy their football. There's too much media attention. There's too much, Arsenal is going to challenge for the year. Nah. Last season, nobody was looking at us. Everybody thought we're not even going to finish in top 4.
Maybe your stock has gone up now. Everybody is putting an eye on you now. And I agree. Something Sheyi said, like, we should just calm down. Sheyi, where will they calm down? They go. You understand? This is an Elite Football Club. We don't lost 2 points. Maybe we just sit down and say, okay, we lose.
No. Hang on.
You have to be objective.
We have not lost a game this season, but our reaction, our reaction tells a lot. Our reaction tells a lot. And the team actually admitted that, okay, yes, we disappointed, we let you guys down. And if we just chill, okay, we lose 2 points now, draw now. You understand that kind of these guys too, they see everything we do, everything we say, they see it now. You understand what I'm saying? They too will be chilled back now. Them will still go ball after that game. The next, you understand? They can still
when
go.
Be Chelsea. When we not be Chelsea.
Where their players draw game and the next day you will see pictures of them in the club. You understand? They go. No, we don't need that kind of attitude in our club.
Yeah, I get you guys very well, but let's not forget that we are challenging a machine in Man City. That's
I agree.
The best club in the world. And I'm not saying this as an Arsenal fan. I've seen the odds for Champions League. I think Arsenal is like the 4th favorite.
Yeah, 4th favorite.
The 4th favorite. After Madrid and Bayern.
Man City, Madrid, Bayern. Arsenal.
So I actually believe we can stand our own against Bayern, against Madrid. City is the major problem. And if you are playing a team that can go on and win 20 games stretch without losing one, it is very, very, very difficult. Like, it is so difficult to do. Like, they have the mentality, they have the experience. This is something they've done for the past 3 years. They've won the league. So it's easier for them than Arsenal team is the second youngest team now this season. You understand? It's not that easy. So we just need to continue giving those guys support. That's it, absolutely.
Anyways, guys, thanks for coming on the show. Unfortunately, we're out of time. It was a great show today. Shay, thanks for coming. Even if you came late, your input was grateful. I don't know if you're in Lagos. You should come to the studio one of these days. In fact, you should come through. Maybe you should come through for the Bournemouth game. I mean, we'll talk offline. So thanks guys for joining in. I post with me Football in Pigeon. Check out Football in Pigeon on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. Check out Louis, a Tunnel TV member, and of course Shay Marcus is just joining the family. Thanks guys. I appreciate you guys for joining. Thanks for the comments, guys. We'll see you guys next time. Same place on Tunnel TV. Hopefully we get a win against Brentford tomorrow. Peace, guys.
All right. Safe.
Cheers.